Becoming an American expat in Germany, whether a part-time expat like my future self or a full-time expat, it takes a lot of planning. A lot of brainstorming, a lot of figuring out what am I going to do, what I'm going to do. You got to start somewhere, right? If you are planning to move to Germany, whether part-time or full-time, get started now. Don't wait till the last minute to try to get everything ready, because you're going to need time to handle paperwork, the taxes, residency requirements, all the above, right? Today, I want to share with you a 10-step planning guide here on moving to Germany. Number one, you have to define your legal pathway. How am I going to do this? How am I going to go there? Well, you got to identify which permit that you are seeking, your residency permit, employment permit, your EU blue card, all that good stuff, freelance, self-employment, or retirement. Whatever permit, you got to figure out your legal pathway, because there is a legal pathway to do it. Now, I'm interested in slow travel and, part-time expat. It just sounds cool, part-time expat. And not leaving my home here in the States, but going to Germany and enjoying the culture of Germany for couple months at a time, then come back home. Nothing wrong with that. But I've also learned in my life, you never say never. So that's why I'm preparing myself and trying to help you prepare if you want to go that way. All right. So define your legal pathway. Number two is to evaluate your financial standing. So what does that mean? Make sure you got enough money. All right. Make sure you got enough money. Most permits that you apply for, you have to show proof that you have money to live there. Right. So it requires bank statements, showing sufficient savings accounts or checking accounts or whatnot, because you have to be able to show that you're going to cover your initial costs. Okay, either staying there or getting back home. They don't want to foot the bill, right? So they want to make sure that you have everything that you need. All right. Number three, you need to review the U.S. and German tax obligations. Yes, no matter where you go, you will have tax obligations. So before you do that, you need to consult a tax specialist. I am not a tax specialist. My name is Darion. I love going to Germany. I'm a proud American, but I love going to Germany every chance I get. But there's that 3-letter word, tax. It could be 5 letters, taxes. There are tax obligations, all right? So Americans, they are taxed on a worldwide income, regardless of where they live. So here it is in a nutshell. Germany, yes, they have a complex, progressive tax system. Hold on to your seat. You put your seatbelts on. 14% to 45%. Yikes! But there's other stuff that comes along with that. We'll talk about that in another video. Number 4, you need to get all your paperwork, all your vital paperwork together. Organize. You got to be organized. You got to get your passport. You got to get your birth certificates. You got to get your everything that you need. You need to get it in front of you, right? Your university diplomas, your high school diplomas, even non-German degrees, whatever. All that stuff. Work permits. All the stuff. Okay, you got it. Get everything that you need and bring it with you. Your vital paperwork. That means paperwork they're going to ask for. If you don't have it, they're going to make you get it. All right. So save yourself a step there. Be organized. All right. Number 5 is learn German. Right. Now, many Germans, they speak English, and they speak it very well in most places. Now, you go to some places out of big cities, you'll find some I don't understand, or even in big cities, sometimes. But most Germans, they speak English, and you can get around. Now, for me, I want to learn the German language. Ich liebe Deutschland, and I want to learn the language, daily life there as much as I can. And it's just neat to do, because I think when you go to someone's country, you should enjoy their culture, but also experience their culture, including the language. Learn a couple words. But if you're going to go over there as a resident, especially a permanent resident, let alone a part-time expat, for Germany, the permit requires at least a B1 level proficiency. All right. So the German B1 is often called a golden level, because it marks the transition from being a beginner to an independent user. So when you get to this point here, you're going to move beyond your memorized words. Now, I have a lot of memorized words in German, but over time, it just comes to you. It just comes to you. It's kind of crazy. Now, I have a lot of German to learn. I'm not proficient at all. I mean, I'm not. What's the word? Fluent, but I am working on my fluency in Deutsch because that's what I want to do. But you can do a lot with that B1. Number one, daily survival. While you're traveling, you're going to German, all over Germany or German-speaking countries. Booking hotels, dealing with basic problems, whatever. Okay, but it's just neat. You have conversations. Describe experiences, your events, or whatever. What I'm finding, every time I go to Germany, I pick up a little bit more, including reading, writing. Here lately, I've been writing a lot of German, and again, I got a lot more to go. But look, the main point is learn some German, because if you are going to go over there for a long term, you are going to need that B1 for the permit. All right, so get started now. Right? Okay. Now, number 6, health insurance. Now, this is mandatory. All right. You cannot get a resident permit without proof of coverage. All right. So you have to have health insurance. You must have this, and without it, they will not let you have a permit at all. Now, that might be a little bit different for travel permits and whatnot, but as far as permanent, you're gonna need your health insurance and proof of. Okay. All right. So number 7, looking for housing. Okay. Find out where you want to go. What region do you want to be in? What lifestyle do you want to be? Do you want to rent? Do you want to own? Now for myself and my wife, we don't want to own over there. We just want to rent. Spend a month here in this city, a month there in that city, a month there in this town and that town and whatnot. Okay, but figure out where you want to go. Do you want to be in Munich, Berlin, Frankfurt, wherever it may be? You just figure out where you need to go, so you can start looking for that short-term or long-term apartment, flat, or whatever you want to call it. Okay. All right. Number 8, you need to understand the address registration. Anmeldung. Am I saying that right? Deutschland, help me. Am I saying Anmeldung right? I'm probably not. So please be nice to me in the comments, okay? Sometimes when I'm trying my German, someone will say that you didn't say it right, which I appreciate that, but at least they're nice about it. But please be nice about it, all right? But within 14 days of moving to anywhere, any accommodation, any city, town, state, you must register, and you register at the citizen's office. All right, there's a citizen's office usually around the Rathaus, which is the city hall right around there. Okay, and they'll give you a certificate. Okay, and you're going to need that certificate to open up a bank account, get a tax ID or whatnot. Now, there are provisions for if you are, say, retired military, or you have base access, a military base access, American base or post. There's American banks and credit unions on military posts. But if you're military, you already know that already. All right. But anyways, just make sure you check out all this D and above. All right. All right. Next thing, utility banking and utility logistics. Okay. The same thing what I'm talking about here. Okay. You need to show proof that you live there. You need to show proof that you could open an account. All right. So they will help you. Just go into, I'm not going to give no bank names, but go into a bank and they'll assist you what you need to do. But you need to be prepared for your banking and utility logistics there. All right. Last but not least, execute your exit strategy. What do you mean? Okay. Before you leave the United States, okay, whether part-time or full-time or whatever, you need to schedule everything. Let the IRS know of your move, okay? Know all your stuff. Your voting, like voting abroad, okay? Manage your retirement accounts, your 401ks, or IRAs, because some of that stuff is subject to foreign tax law. So you got to be really, really careful. So just make sure you have all your ducks in a row. All right. Now, these are just 10 steps, basically basic steps, right? But we need to be reminded of this. Hey, this needs to be done, right? So no matter what you do or what you got to do, if you're planning to be a part-time expat right here or a full-time expat or whatever, make sure you have your ducks in a row, or you might say your spaghetti ice in a row right there. There's spaghetti ice. I like spaghetti ice. You like spaghetti ice? Let me know in the comments if you like spaghetti ice. If you don't know what spaghetti ice is, I feel for you. But once you do find it, you'll love it. All right. I cannot get through a video without talking about spaghetti ice. I try my best. Sometimes that works. Sometimes it doesn't. But anyways, if this has helped you, I hope this helped you. Please let me know in the comments below. If you got any questions, let me know. If I don't know the answer, I will tell you. I don't know, but I'll find out for you. I don't know everything, but I can find out a lot of stuff, right? All right, thank you so much for being here, and make sure you hit like, subscribe, and the notification bell for not only watching videos like this, but I'm also a vlogger, a YouTube vlogger where I vlog my travels to schöne Deutschland, to beautiful Deutschland. So come by and see me, all right? So until then, Dankeschön on Tschüss. Oh, yes, sirree, Jack. Yes, I fired Bob. Bob's gone. Tschüss. Oh.